October 31st. Thanks for joining us. A rise in popularity for green cars. We'll have that story later on. But first, we'll get to earnings news out of General Motors. General Motors posting a $2.5 billion third quarter profit today. Stronger than expected results in China and North America, helping the company reverse a loss from the same period a year earlier. That loss stemming from the sale of Opel and Vauxhall. Despite lowering guidance after the second quarter, GM expects to end 2018 with free cash flow of $4 billion. Earnings of about $6 a share, and North American profit margins of 9% to 10%. For this latest quarter, the company announced a North American profit margin of 10.2% and 8.8% globally. Revenue increased 6.4% in the third quarter to $35.8 billion. GM CEO Mary Barra said GM's third quarter performance demonstrates the automaker's determination to manage risks and deliver strong business results while continuing to advance the future of mobility. More on GM later today on Auto News Now. More earnings news. Mazda posting its first quarterly operating loss in 7 years. The automaker hit hard by flood damage to factories in Japan, as well as a jump in cost to comply with environmental regulations and to cover quality-related issues. Mazda booked an operating loss of $19.4 million in the fiscal second quarter. A year earlier, it reported a profit of $322 million. Net income tumbled 86% to $33.4 million, and revenue was flat. Waymo is the first company to receive a permit from California to test driverless vehicles without a backup driver in the front seat. The state's Department of Motor Vehicles says Waymo can use about 36 test vehicles without drivers behind the wheel in Santa Clara County. Meantime, Ford and Chinese search engine giant Baidu are launching a 2-year project to test self-driving vehicles on Chinese roads. The companies say they will start testing on designated roads in Beijing by the end of this year and possibly expand to other Chinese cities. Volkswagen Group could be open to sharing its new electric vehicle platform with Ford. In June, the two automakers said they were considering a development and production alliance. On Tuesday, VW Chief Financial Officer Frank Witter said he wouldn't rule out the idea of allowing Ford to build cars on the group's flexible MEB electric vehicle architecture. Chinese electric vehicle developer Faraday Future says co-founder Nick Sampson has resigned. His resignation coming as the cash-starved company plans pay cuts and layoffs to reduce operational costs. Faraday Future, which has ambitions of overtaking Tesla, says its senior vice president for global product and technology, Peter Savagian, has stepped down as well. Savagian is a former GM executive.
Mr. Hudson bought this car for one reason: it could drive itself. That's why he did it. He lived 2 hours from work.
And a Florida lawsuit accuses Tesla of misleading consumers into believing that the autopilot system on its vehicles can safely transport passengers at highway speeds. Sean Hudson, a Model S driver who was injured in a crash earlier this month, claims the system poses an inordinately high risk of high-speed collisions. He's seeking unspecified monetary damages. Hudson is general manager of a Nissan dealership in Fort Pierce, Florida. In a statement to Bloomberg, Tesla says it has no reason to believe autopilot malfunctioned or operated other than as designed. The automaker says it provides clear instructions regarding the system's capabilities. Green painted cars will make a comeback. That prediction from PPG Industries. The coating supplier says while conservative colors such as white and black continue to dominate globally, PPG is forecasting a rise in demand for green vehicles, the color popular back in the 1990s. The supplier noted that green had a strong presence at January's Detroit Auto Show. Check out the Mercedes-Benz G-Class and Ford Mustang Bullitt that were revealed there. PPG says car colors will echo the popularity of green in other industries, such as consumer electronics. Finally, we've seen Ford's autonomous pizza delivery vehicle developed in partnership with Domino's Pizza. Now, check out Toyota's ride that can actually make a pie while being delivered. In its latest tie-up with Pizza Hut, Toyota turned this Tundra pickup's bed into a robot-operated mobile pizza factory. The automaker revealed the rolling oven at the SEMA show in Las Vegas Tuesday. And that wraps up our show. Hope you have a safe and happy Halloween. Take care.